speech while moving the motion. He may therefore be called upon to continue his speech. Dr. V.Sivadasan.
Respected Chair of the House, here the Constitution Amendment Bill 2022, amendment of Article 153, substitution of Article 155 and 156 is a very important bill. It is in the public interest that the governor's position is to be filled not by the President under the advice of the Union government. The governor should be appointed by the state itself. The will of the people has to be respected. The governors cannot act as stooges of the Union government. Sir, currently, governors are working as tool of the institution of the Union government into the state. We have a lot of examples. The first article of our Constitution starts with the sentence that I quote, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. It proves the importance of the states. Federalism is a part of the basic structure of our nation, basic structure of our Constitution. We all know the existence of our great nation. India is linked with the existence of its basic character, that is unity in diversity. If the diversity is ruined, then the majority of the people will be marginalized. That means they will lose their identity, language, culture, and habitat. It cannot help in their development. Diversity is the basic principle of the federal structure of our nation. Unity develops and strengthens its diversity. The very structure of our nation, India, as the union of the states, is built by the positive spirit of love, affection, and great respect to the diversity. Respected Chair, our great nation, India was not built by the bricks or bullets and guns or the missiles and forts. It was built by the struggle of freedom fighters, tears of workers, and the sweat of peasants. Respected Chair, they have differences in their opinion, they have differences in their religion, languages, ideas, and identity, but they all are those differences, all differences, they had deep commitment to the values of humanity. Respected Chair, here what do we see? The rights of the states are reduced day by day by the Union government. Respected Chair, not only have the rights of the states, the rights and the powers of Rajya Sabha, the Council of State also being reduced by the same Union government through the money bills. Respected Chair, if we fail to protect the interest of the state as the representative of the states, then the great values of federalism will be destroyed by the rulers. Chair, respected Chair, world history reminds us the autocrats and their political parties have always attacked the diversity, and they have tried to establish their own power, and they have promoted only a monolithic culture. Respected Chair, the dangers of this attitude had been proven by the experience in various countries like Italy and Germany. We, as the representative of the people, as the representative of the state of India, should oppose the attack against the diversity, the steps against the legislative rights of the states, and undemocratic style of functioning of union government. In India, we have various identities. It is our strength. The great forefathers of our nation told us, unite against intolerance. Respected Chair, when the British colonial powers, they had divided the state of Bengal into West Bengal and East Bengal. the people of Bengal had united and fought against the bifurcation. Finally, the British Empire, they had to surrender in front of the massive movement led by the unity of the people. The leaders of the present colonialism, big corporates, have identified that one of the premier enemies of them is the unity of the people. That is why the ruling class of the country is practicing the same kind of colonial policy, divide and rule. The governors in the states, they are working as a tool of the imperialist policy of divide and rule. Wherever the state government is taking the stand to promote the secularism, then the governors are trying to promote the politics of hate. Respected Chair, in Kerala, the Assembly, everybody know that, the Assembly passed a resolution against NRC and upheld the secular values of the nation, secular values of the states, but the governor of Kerala had openly supported the politics of communal venom. The politics of communal venom. Sir, the division of power is the part of our constitution. This is a part of our nation character. The powers are divided between states and union. But day by day, the powers of the states being reduced by the union government. The union government is utilizing the residuary powers to capture the powers of the states. Unfortunately, the governor has also become instrument to implement the plan of the union government. The education and forest, the two sectors which are the classic examples of violation of the division of power. Education and forest, where the state subject, but now the entire sectors are under the union government. Earlier, agriculture was in the hands of the states, but the intrusion of the union government has happened there too. The dam and the hydel projects in the states are also serious cases of capture of power. Earlier, the state governments have some powers related to the state. The state governments have taken the stance against these kinds of interventions. But some governors of the states has openly criticized the initiatives of the states. It has widened the gap and the nominated governors. The people of the state are requesting for more autonomy. But the union government is trying to pave the way for more centralized administration through the governors. The states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana are fighting for their rights in various ways. The representative of these states are here. Sir, kindly look at the approach adopted by the governors in the states. They are standing against the interest of their own state governments. The centralization versus decentralization is the core of the clash between states and the governors. Decentralization is the spirit of the age. That means the autonomy of the states, but also the autonomy of the Panchayati Raj institution. It is also a serious concern of the democratic movement in the country. Autonomy of the state does not mean the autonomy of the Raj Bhavans. Autonomy of the state does not mean the autonomy of the Raj Bhavans. The existing wrong notions of the governors and the union government should be corrected. The governors are holding the bills passed by the assembly in the name of concurrent list or regulatory powers. The union government has so far ignored the demand of the states to place at least the residuary powers of legislation in the state list. The ministers are here, but the government, the union government, is not ready to hand over these residuary powers to the states. We have seen the examples of usage of residuary powers in many ways against the interest of the states. In agriculture sector, the union government has made new laws, but it was withdrawn by the people because of the struggle of the people. About 800 people martyred in the struggle. But the governors, the titular head of the nation, were silent. They did not make any single statement against the move of the union government, the move of the government against the people, the move against the farmers of their state. On the other hand, many times the governors have criticized the state government. When the state government intervened for the protection of the people in the state assemblies, passed the resolution against the anti-people laws made by the union government. The strongest position against the anti-people laws of the union government has been expressed by the Legislative Assembly of Kerala in the resolution. But the titular head of the state took the stand against the resolution, against the interest of the state and the interest of the farmers. Then, what is the meaning of the usage? The head of the state, the word head of the state. We all know the federal structure and great values of the constitution will be destroyed by these kinds of legislations by the union government. In education sector, state government have faced various issues. Everybody knows the extreme centralization in education sector is the one of the motto of the union government. The issue of NEET still exists. The Tamil Nadu state, the representative from Tamil Nadu is here. Tamil Nadu state government has taken a very strong stand for the protection of the interest of their state in the education sector. Naturally, it is against the interest of the union government. It is against the wishes of the union government. The Legislative Assembly has passed the resolution against the NEET. The governor of the state openly criticized the state government and their principled position on the issue of NEET. The powers in the union government, the union list, are in the hands of the union government. They are taking the decisions unilaterally without any inclusion of the opinion of the states. Moreover, there is no formal institutional structure for the mandatory consultation between the union and the states for the legislation under the concurrent list. Sir, state revenue and the role of the governor should be discussed here. Why? This is an important subject. The revenue of the state is facing a lot of problems because of the intervention of the governors. In this great republic, one of the governor in India openly told the public that he did not sign the budget speech of the state government. It has created an uncomfortable situation in the state. The duty of the governor is to follow the advice of the cabinet. The wise men who have adorned this post had worked in such a way. But reality of the spirit is that the wisdom is rare in Raj Bhavans. The post-liberalization period witnessed a sharp decline in the fiscal health of the state government. Most of the states are facing fiscal crisis. The important factor behind this fiscal crisis strain is the policy of the union government. That is why the states are facing the fiscal crisis. many states have tried to introduce different alternative measures to overcome the situation. But unfortunately, then the governors are making hurdles. The governors are making hurdles. The residuary powers of taxation in the sphere of services are being unilaterally used by the union government. To the total exclusion of the states, the GST captured the entire right of the taxation of the states and LSGs. The allocation of the money to the states is linked with the reforms in the administrative sector. The financial allocation.
Honorable Member, may I just request you, in the previous session, you had taken about 21 to 31 minutes roughly to speak. You have taken about 15 minutes. So if you think about concluding shortly, then other members will also get an opportunity.
I will finish.
Thank you. Because you had already spoken in the earlier session, that is why I'm just requesting. Thank you.
The residuary powers of taxation, already I mentioned here, the allocation of the money to the states is linked with the reforms in the administrative sector. The financial allocation of the union government is not charity. It is the right of the states. So the financial allocation should not be linked to any kind of reforms by the union government. The governors should stand for the financial autonomy of the state. It is the duty of them. The financial burden of the states caused by the governors should be discussed. Fiscal crisis of the states and the expenses of the governors should be debated. I have received an answer from the government to my question that the total expenditure of the National Mission for Libraries in the year 2019-20 is only 73 lakhs. Annual expenditure of some Raj Bhavans is more than 30 times. Respected Chair, media has reported Maharashtra government has given an answer to an RTI question. They revealed that the expenditure of governor for 2 years is 60 crore rupees. It is the 10 times of the allotted amount of the union government to National Mission for Libraries. Currently, the expenditure of the running of the office of the governor and the family of the governor is the duty of the state. This expenditure of the governors should be audited by the society. The governors are appointed by the union government, but the salary and other allowances are paid by the state government. Appointed by the union government, but the salary paid by the state government.
We need to start wrapping up, honorable member.
The salary of the representative of the union government, appointed by the union government, should be paid by the union government. The burden of the salary and upkeep should not be transferred to the state. 1 minute, within 2 minutes I will finish. The Rajbhavans are representing the colonial era of India. Majority of the Rajbhavans are not only the residents of the governors, but also their leisure houses. Look at the existence, expenditure and facilities of the Rajbhavans. In Maharashtra, 4 Rajbhavans, Mumbai, Nagpur, Pune, Mahabaleshwar. Sir, one governor is residing in 4 palaces in a single state. A palace for 3 months. That means for the rest of 9 months, the palace is empty. Then how this palace will be maintained? When governor is not there, who will occupy the palace? Crores of Indians are living without a shelter, but a governor, a titular head of the national state, is using 4 palaces. Why these kind of practices are continuing? During the travel, the VVIPs, chief minister and ministers are utilizing the circuit houses or guest houses. Then why the permanent palaces for the governor in different places? They hardly stay in these palaces. Uttarakhand, sir, 2 Raj Bhavans, Dehradun and Nainital. Nainital Raj Bhavan occupies 220 acres land, which includes 45-acre golf course. The residence of the governor is a highly restricted area but the golf course is 45 acres. State government should ensure that this land is occupied, land is properly utilized. And in Tamil Nadu, sir, Tamil Nadu, there are two
Sir, I'm giving you the last minute. Thereafter,
only,
I'll move on.
I will mention only the residential.
I've already indulged you in the previous session. You have spoken 31 minutes.
Tamil Nadu, there are two Raj Bhavans. There are Chennai and Ooty. Chennai Raj Bhavan estate is 156 acres. It is in the reserved forest area. It might be buffer zone. In Tamil Nadu, I don't know, the governor is in the buffer zone. Ooty is one of the noted tourist place of the nation. Is the governor is a tourist, sir. Winter palace, summer palace. How rich a country, sir? In West Bengal.
Honorable member, I'll have to move on. Yeah. I'm moving West on. Bengal, I'm moving on.
Okay,
I'm moving on.
1 second.
Please conclude your last comments, please.
West Bengal, two Raj Bhavans. One is Calcutta and second one is Darjeeling. In Odisha, your own state, two Raj Bhavans. One is Bhubaneswar and another one is Puri.
I think I'll have to move on. I've given you time. I've requested you repeatedly. Please, your closing comments and we move on, please.
Okay, sir. I'm finishing. These things, the governors, the titular head of the states, how they are making the huddles of the state, functioning, administrative function of the state, these things, this August House, please discuss seriously. And I request the state, all of you take the initiative for stop the revenue, making the huddle, stop the making the huddles and taking the wrong practices of the governor and trying to end the colonial era's practices in our nation. Thank you, sir. Thank you. With these words,
thank you. Motion moved. I now call upon the members whose names have been received for participation in